Eagle fans, let's get into the real story. The Drew Makuba contract situation. The second-round safety out of Texas, now just known as Drew Makuba, has yet to sign with the Eagles, and training camp is just around the corner. With less than 3 weeks until prep officially begins, the silence is loud, and this isn't just a Philly problem. Across the NFL, only the second-rounders have inked deals so far. Wide receiver Jaden Higgins from Iowa State with the Texans and linebacker Carson Schwinger from UCLA with the Browns. Both were early picks on day 2 and secured fully guaranteed contracts, something that's become rare for players outside the first round. As of July 2nd, recording this show, Philadelphia's defending Super Bowl champions are less than 3 weeks away from training camp, set to start July 22nd. Yet here we are with Makuba unsigned. This delay highlights a growing trend in the league, a standoff rooted in contract guarantees. Agents and players are pushing for full guarantees, especially for second-round picks, who lack the financial security of their first-round counterparts. Take Jihad Campbell, for instance, a 31st overall pick. He received a fully guaranteed four-year rookie deal, with that coveted fifth-year option, just like his fellow first-rounders. The issue stems from how second-round contracts are structured. While guaranteed money typically comes early, teams can still recoup if a player underperforms or gets injured later in the deal. If the player is cut, the team isn't stuck paying the remainder. That fails every sense of financial security for the player and their agent, particularly in a sport as physically punishing as football. So while agents are vocal in demanding full guarantees for their clients, teams have pushed back, resulting in delays like this one with Makuba. Still, don't hit the panic button yet. Makuba has not escalated this into a holdout. He participated fully in rookie minicamp, OTA letters, and mandatory minicamp. He even got reps with first and second stringers, meaning Vic Fangio has already gotten a strong early look. This isn't a Shamar Stevens-style standoff like the one we saw in Cincinnati back then. The Bengals' first-round pick from Texas A&M, 17th overall, refused to sign, citing odd offset language in his contract for rookie deals. Stewart held out, walked out during mandatory camp, and even called a press conference. Not the vibe we have from Makuba. Here, everything remains calm and collaborative. Fangio has been clear, the safety competition is wide open, and Makuba is right in it alongside Reed Blankenship. Other contenders include Sidney Brown, Lewis Seam, Andre Sam, and Tristan McCullum. Fangio gave them first-team work towards the end of camp. Makuba's case is compelling. For the first time in college, he played deep safety and excelled, earning a 90 overall grade from Pro Football Focus last season, with 11 pass breakups and 5 interceptions. Those are elite numbers. He also clocked a blazing 4.540 at the combine, which bodes well for coverage and range. He's the total package: high character, quick to diagnose plays, and aggressive in taking the right run-fit angles. But there are concerns: his size. At 5'11" and around 186 pounds at the combine, he looked more like a corner than a safety. He did weigh in heavier at his pro day, but those numbers are often juice enhanced by schools to boost draft stock. Some durability questions linger due to minor college injuries and that smaller frame. Still, his playstyle reminds many of C.J. Gardner-Johnson: fearless, versatile, explosive in coverage. But unlike CJGJ, who had swagger off the field and sometimes rubbed coaches the wrong way, Makuba appears grounded, high character, team first, built from the ground up. If he stays healthy, Makuba has a shot to push for the starting safety job as a rookie. Roseman even hinted post-draft that he saw Makuba as a starter in the safety room, but one who could also slot in as a nickel corner. Those ball-hawking skills translate. He forced incompletions on over 26% of his targets and allowed only a 12.1 passer rating when thrown at, the lowest among all college safeties with full-time duty and coverage. During Texas's deep playoff run, he logged over 400 coverage snaps, giving up 0 touchdowns and under 76 yards overall. That coverage grade, 89.7. So why the delay on the contract? It all comes down to guarantees. Houston and Cleveland acted early for their picks. The Eagles and many other teams are trying to negotiate non-fully guaranteed deals, preserving flexibility. For Makuba, though, it's about security. His rep wants full coverage on his initial contract. The Eagles want to build in protection in case of an early exit or injury, but there's still time. With training camp not yet underway, both sides have plenty of runway to hammer out terms. In the meantime, Makuba keeps grinding. He's been present every step of the way, practicing, learning the playbook, building chemistry with coaches and teammates. Fangio's reported satisfaction with his progress, especially his first-team reps, suggests the Eagles plan to feature him heavily. The question of contract terms looms. Yes, but on the field, he's done everything right. Off the field, Philadelphia remains laser-focused. Roseman has addressed the secondary need, even passing on potential trade-outs to land Makuba with the 64th overall pick. That shows intent and belief in the kid. When he spoke after the draft, Roseman made it clear Makuba's energy and physicality, playing like his hair is on fire, fit exactly the profile the Eagles covet. They wanted a player who could bring attitude and intelligence on both sides of the ball. And Makuba checks every box. As training camp looms, fans can take a breath. This isn't contentious. It's negotiation. Makuba has shown no signs of disgruntlement or strike activity. He's showing up, learning, and competing. The Eagles are aware of his talent, and Fangio's showing signs of trust. A resolution is likely before work starts in earnest. In the end, the Makuba saga comes down to guarantees. The player wants them. The team wants flexibility. This tug of war is healthy. It's what agents are for, and in time, they'll find common ground. When that happens, Makuba will hit camp ready to fight for a starting spot, carrying the physicality, smarts, and ball skills that make him such an exciting prospect. So, chill, Eagles fans. There could still be fireworks on the field so long as all parties stay calm and stick to the same goal, setting Drew Makuba up for success and giving Philly a formidable safety course for another title run. Let's dive deeper into why Drew Makuba is such a compelling prospect and why the Eagles were so adamant about keeping that 64th overall pick in the draft. It wasn't just about checking off a positional need. This was about identity. The Eagles are trying to build something sustainable and elite on the back end of their defense, and Makuba brings all the tools to help them do that. It all started back in his college days. He came into Clemson with a ton of hype, a top recruit under Dabo Swinney. And while he showed flashes early on, there were inconsistencies, injuries, scheme shifts, and maybe just a lack of a defined role made it tough for him to stand out consistently. But when he transferred to Texas and finally played as a full-time safety, everything clicked. At Texas, Makuba found his rhythm. No longer was he bouncing between positions or trying to fill in. Wherever the coaching staff needed a warm body, he became the quarterback of the secondary, the communicator, the enforcer, the playmaker. He looked comfortable and confident, which showed up in the stats, the film, and the advanced metrics. He didn't just play well, he dominated. That 90 overall Pro Football Focus grade wasn't just some inflated number from easy matchups. He earned that across a schedule filled with high-level competition in a Texas defense that was stacked with NFL talent. He led from the back and made the entire unit better. That's what Vic Fangio saw. That's what Howie Roseman saw. That's why they couldn't risk letting him slip away. What makes Makuba even more intriguing is his versatility. In today's NFL, safeties need to be more than just box hitters or center fielders. They have to cover tight ends, slot receivers, disguise coverages, blitz, fill run gaps, and rotate on the fly. Makuba can do all of that. His tape shows a player who is constantly communicating, adjusting pre-snap, reacting quickly post-snap, and showing anticipation beyond his years. He's got that twitch that separates average safeties from special ones. When you add that to his ball production, 11 pass breakups and 5 interceptions, you see a player who not only understands where the ball is going, but has the speed and instincts to get there. His 4.45 speed is real. That showed up consistently at Texas, especially in deep zone coverage and closing on the ball. And even if you question his size, what you can't question is his motor. This is a guy who throws his body around like he's got 20 extra pounds on him. He hits with force, takes proper angles, and isn't afraid to engage bigger backs or tight ends. Size might be a concern in a vacuum, but not when paired with his courage, technique, and relentless attitude. He's the kind of player who plays bigger than the measurements, and that counts in this league. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors have been swirling around the NFL recently, and it looks like a big shakeup could be on the horizon, in a move that has the entire league buzzing. Sources close to the Philadelphia Eagles suggest that the team is in serious talks to bring in Khalil Mack, the elite pass rusher, to reinforce their defense. although nothing has been confirmed officially yet. Insiders are hinting at a potential agreement that could elevate the Eagles' defense to even greater heights for the upcoming season. Mack, who has built a reputation as one of the most feared pass rushers in the league, would undoubtedly be a game-changer for the Eagles. After spending the past several seasons with the Los Angeles Chargers, Mack has continued to prove his value, registering double-digit sacks in nearly every season of his career. His ability to disrupt opposing quarterbacks, combined with his leadership and veteran presence, could be exactly what the Eagles need to bolster their already strong defensive unit. If this rumored move comes to fruition, it could be the missing piece the Eagles' defense has been searching for. Last season, Philadelphia's defense was one of the most formidable in the league, but the addition of a player of Mack's caliber would make them even more terrifying. With Mack on the edge, opposite the likes of Brandon Graham and Hassan Reddick, the Eagles would boast one of the most dangerous pass-rushing duos in the NFL. Imagine a defensive front that can overwhelm quarterbacks from multiple angles, with Mack's speed and power complementing the other forces on the line. The possibility of adding Mack is particularly intriguing when considering the Eagles' pursuit of another Super Bowl title. After coming close last season, the team is clearly hungry for more, and an upgrade in their pass rush could make all the difference in the tight NFC playoff race. While the Eagles have been quiet in free agency so far, rumors suggest they are making a calculated move to add Mack without breaking the bank, a strategy that could provide them with a seasoned star at a reasonable cost. As with any big name in the NFL, this potential signing is generating plenty of chatter. While some believe it's only a matter of time before the deal is finalized, others remain skeptical, pointing out that the Eagles will need to make room for Mack's sizable contract. That said, with the team's cap flexibility and Mack's desire to play for a contender, it's not hard to imagine the deal getting done in the near future. As the season approaches, all eyes will be on the Eagles' defensive line, with fans eagerly awaiting confirmation of this high-profile move. If Mack does indeed land in Philadelphia, it could set the stage for one of the most dominant defenses the NFL has seen in recent years. Until then, we'll be left to wonder, will Khalil Mack be the final piece in the Eagles' championship puzzle? Only time will tell. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.